repair cafe in Epsom was, as it says, it's a cafe atmosphere where we encourage people to bring along their items of damaged or broken equipment and come down, sit down, have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, and we'll talk about the problem that they've got, try to understand what's caused the problem, and therefore involve the customer in the actual repair. In fact, we don't accept people dropping something off and then picking it up later on.
I think the main objective is to do our bit for climate change. But by repairing, we're not throwing away, we're saving the world's resources. And so it's a twofold thing. One is the resources that we save, and the second is the fact we don't chuck things into the bin that end up in either an incinerator or, worse still, landfill. And that's really good for climate change. We have no charging at all, so if people want to come in and use our services free of charge, that's absolutely fine. We have a donation bucket, and if people would like to give us a donation, that's equally welcome. We have running costs, so there's no pressure at all for people to put in a donation. I think we have a guide on the web as to, if people want to give a donation, how much we would suggest. But again, absolutely no pressure.
We do definitely live in a disposable society, and people are all too keen to, or happy to just throw things away as soon as they break. So it's nice to see people come to the cafe who have a passion for not wanting to throw things away and want to give things a second chance. And at the end of the day, it saves things going to landfill.
The kind of items that we repair are things that you use on a daily basis, general household items.
Manufacturers do make it quite difficult to get into some of these items. Legislation's been passed now to ensure that manufacturers build things that are repairable, that are at least accessible by a competent person to allow you to repair parts. But normally you have to resort to YouTube videos, do some research online to find how to get in. Somebody else has always got the same model make, and they'll have tips and tricks of how to get in. It gives me a real buzz to see people's faces when we've repaired something. Obviously, it means a lot to them. It might be a treasured item.
Our volunteers turn up on a Saturday afternoon. We work for 3 hours once a month, and everybody really loves it. They love talking to the people, the customers. They love having a go at repairing something that was just about to be thrown away.
I absolutely love volunteering here. It's so satisfying to be able to fix so many things in such a short space of time. You get that feeling of completion whenever you hand back something and the customer goes away really happy.
It saves people buying new things unnecessarily when they don't need to. So it saves on raw materials and precious rare earth metals that you don't need to manufacture new things, you just reuse the old one. We don't charge for our time, we charge for parts, but we just give a little bit of know-how, and that gives us a boost to see that we're making a difference to someone and helping somebody out. So yeah, it's good for the planet, it's good for people's pockets, and it's good for our mental health, so it's a win-win-win.
Everyone who works in the repair cafe is keen to share their knowledge, and that helps in two ways. One, people will go away and start using that knowledge themselves, thus saving waste. And the second is, for some people, that's quite important with regard to their finances.
Our job is to keep landfill to a minimum, save CO2, and therefore save the customers the waste of money in buying a new item. And when we see that, it really does give us a lift.